Hope
All right.
smash.
Hey everybody, this is Yankel. You may know me as Hope Betrayed. We're doing things a little bit different today. We're going to be doing what we're calling a state of the game, quotation marks. We're going to be talking about the system that we're using. We're using a homebrew system for our Conquest of Souls game. So I wanted to get some feedback. I'll tell you what I think first. I'll tell you guys what I think first, and then see what you guys have to say about that, and then see if you have anything else to input. So the first thing I wanted to touch on was I feel like the point system right now, where you guys get a point of stuff to put into your stats every time you gain a level, is bordering like overpowered. What do you guys think about that?
I kind of agree with you a little bit.
I kind of agree, but then I disagree as well.
Yeah. That was the meat of the game.
A little, like, going into depth with that, I felt like at first level it was impossible to do anything. And now we're broaching the fact of actually being able to do stuff. Like, now my spell doesn't miss every damn time.
Well, it wouldn't have missed every damn time anyways.
Oh no, it was just roll 20 going, hey, here have 6 under 5s for forever.
Yeah, but then that's not
Point-
that's not the game being broken.
Point in
that's-
fact the door.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, since you just brought that up about getting a point at every time,
Mm-hmm.
a way to mitigate that could be, we could potentially get one for criticals. Get a point at a level up for criticals.
Also,
Wait,
you could...
hold on. What do you mean by criticals?
Like rolling a natural 20
You level up?
would precede getting a point in that stat because you rolled a natural 20.
No, that's lame.
Okay,
Because
so
it's up to chance.
I do also have an idea towards that. You have magic, but you don't have the perception of defending with that magic.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like, you guys have yet to go against any spellcasters, which is why I guess maybe this might be a little too early. But you guys haven't fought any spellcasters, and so you haven't had anybody defend against your spells. So everybody's just like, oh, let me see if it hits. But spellcasters can defend against spellcasters. And anybody with a shield can also defend against spells.
Well, that's like you're saying that it's getting to where it could be overpowered. Just equalize it in the enemies.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing. These are things are actually kind of connected. So what I've seen, the trend that I've seen happening is you guys are putting a lot of points into Constitution, getting high HP pools, and that is like, to me it's a little scary. Like, wow, you guys are already getting pretty high HP. Like, can you give me an HP check for level 4? I think Umbra, your character's level 4. So what's your HP?
I'm not. I don't think I'm level 4 yet. Hold on, I
I
might
think you
be.
are.
I am level 4.
Mm-hmm.
At level 4, I have 32 health.
32 health is a lot, man. Like,
But I also see my character as a front lines role.
Yeah.
Like, you saw me with the shield.
Yeah.
I want to get into battle. I want to learn a way to make that shield an offensive weapon.
right,
Yeah.
but
I only have 19 HP or something like that.
I think of myself as more of a front lines fighter than a spellcaster in the back. That's
true.
what I'm after.
No,
As a character.
yeah, that's definitely true. But still, like any other like D&D character at level 4 will never have 34 HP.
Don't
That's-
say that.
Wrong. I have a level 4 fighter right now in another campaign that is 58 HP.
How? What did you do? You just
He
rolled
gets
really
a
high.
D10 and he has a 18 in Constitution.
So he gets a +3 to his to every.
4.
Oh, sorry, +4 because my brain is stupid. +4, and then he rolled freaking amazing on his
Right,
D10.
but that's like, I guess that's chance, and when it's left to chance, it's good because you're equally as likely to get a 1 as you are a 10.
Let's think about this. The absolute minimum he could have had would have been 14 for the first level because you get max,
Mhm.
and then 5 every level after that, which would have been another 15, which is 30.
34.
Okay, 34, whatever. That's more health than I have right now with his minimum rolls.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
guess that's a little true.
And that's
And-
what I see myself as, is a frontline fighter. The reason I took air is because air can blow shit away. It doesn't do much damage, except for the fact that you said it does lightning, which made me very happy because I love chain lightning and electricity. But I see myself as like a frontline fighter. The reason I want to learn spiritual is because I want to be able to channel the lightning through my glaive while I attack somebody.
All right. So I mean, hey, you're doing what you're doing. But okay, so you guys don't think that 34 HP at level 4 is a lot? Like you don't think that's overpowered?
No.
Being
I only have 19
technically,
health.
if we were in any other campaign, he'd be dual classing or multi-classing as like a wizard fighter. No,
No, War Mage,
or a war mage in certain systems,
which is
because-
the exact same HP.
yeah.
Okay.
But
so
I see where you're getting at, that it could be a problem. But how many of us are doing that? We have a paladin who has a ton of health. A
I have
paladin type.
15.
You have 15 health? Oh,
Yeah.
you're still level 2 though, aren't you?
Yeah, dude, I haven't gone up another level yet.
Yeah, okay, so he's only level
Hold on, you don't have 15 HP.
Shall we do the math?
Yeah. You start off at 11.
11, and then I get another 1 from con and 2 from level.
Oh. Okay. Well then, okay. So then there's a problem right there. Like, how do you go from level 2 having 14 HP to level like 4 having so much more? Like that's more than
Well,
double.
I started out with the high con
30,
though.
almost double. Yeah.
That
That's
He
was-
started out.
Yeah. I started out with the high con. He has not started out with the high con.
right. That's true. Okay. Well,
My character with the highest
here's one
constitution
thing.
was Drix, and Drix died terribly.
Here's one thing I really dislike about the system as it stands right now. You can't go back and say, like, you can't go back and look at, like, there's no formula to show you how much HP you should have and to look back and be like, oh, I did this wrong. Like, right now that we're level 3 and level 4, like really early levels, you can kind of go back and remember accurately. But imagine when you get to level 12 and I say, you know what, I think your HP is too high and you might have done some bad math. You can't go back and be like, okay, well, at level 1 I had this, and at level 2, and then you can't do that math.
You shouldn't say that because I've written down every level. I've got it right here.
Okay, so unless you do that, but there's no like set formula. Like it's
One
kind of like per level
Well,
thing, and
That's what your system's doing though. Your system's taken away those formulas. You've taken away the classes
yeah, that's true. But
where the formulas come from. That was what prompted me to want to join this so much, is because you're saying you're taking away you're taking away all of the choice and making it you're taking away all the restrictions of choice and saying build your character.
all right, so I like that. Like that was the whole point to take away the restrictions. But I don't feel like formulas are restrictions.
Well, they are though. Each class would have its own formula, and then you've made your own classes.
Well, no, like what I'm saying basically is I want to figure out a better way to calculate HP than the current system.
Yeah, because it's just XP. We have leveled up way too fast.
No,
Like,
no.
in this
I'm
system,
HP,
we shouldn't-
not XP.
We shouldn't level up this fast.
Actually, you should. Low level, you level up fast, very
Right.
fast.
Yeah.
We've already played 5 times, and the highest level is
Yeah.
level 4. The average is level 3. We have 1 level 4, 1 level 2, and 2 level 3s. So,
Yeah, and I'm almost to level 3.
yeah. After 5 shows, after 5 sessions, it's okay. to
on my
have- or
third
4
character.
sessions. Yeah. So I feel like the XP is fine, but the HP, I don't know. I'm gonna try to think about it. I actually haven't thought of how to do that. And here's another thing. So let's assume that Umbra's character continues to put points into Constitution every time he levels up. Let's just assume.
Okay.
Right? Like first of all, you're gonna get super HP, right? Your HP values are just gonna skyrocket.
If I did my math right, at level 8, I will have roughly 89 or 79 health points.
Right. So you
Yeah,
already
and
have that's already approaching like giant like levels that level, but a giant HP.
All right, for your campaign, I don't know how you're basing health for other creatures. It may be broken. For any other system like D&D 3.5 or anything else, that's actually norm for that high of a level.
Maybe I just haven't experimented enough
'Cause
with super high levels.
3.5, I have a level 9. I have a campaign right now that I have 5 players on one side of the campaign and 5 players on the other side of the campaign because it's a rebellion. They're against each other, but they're all level 9 characters. I have a character who has over 100 health, and he's level 9.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you don't feel like this is too much. You feel like this is still
The
spot
health,
on.
no, because I feel that we're probably going to get in some sticky situations where we are outnumbered pretty high, and actually having people who have chosen to make their character a role type, like I feel like I would be a frontlines caster. Trevor is a freaking paladin, or he's saying he's a paladin, so he'd be a frontlines character as well. We would be up front fighting shit off. Taking a lot of damage, okay, ouch. I'm taking a lot of damage. But Pardoka back here has put all his points in what? Intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah,
Even
he's gonna be back there like dropping nukes on people.
Yeah.
His health hasn't gone up much. That it fits. He's sitting there studying, and I'm out there getting the crap kicked out of me by stuff to get tougher.
The only thing that I don't like is that I had to put points into Constitution because my character doesn't fit to have dexterity or strength, and charisma isn't like the way to go for me. So like the way to distribute points should be a bit different maybe. Since now I am actually kind of tanky, I should still have like super low HP. I have much lower HP than you guys, but
Yeah, like it's pretty low, even if you put
I have
1 or 2
2 palms.
points. But okay, so same. Okay, so all right, we talked about a little bit about HP. All right, so the HP values, maybe I just don't have enough experience with high HP values. Okay, let's assume that's the case. Armor is a problem because at level 9 you can have 9 points in Constitution, giving you a flat bonus of 9 points to your armor class. And 9 points into your armor class is 19 without any armor. So I may have to revisit that formula, the armor formula.
Or say that some armors have a max, just like D&D, how Dex goes into armor, and the armor has maxes on it. Make them put a max, or put a max on the armor. If I'm wearing full plate, the max is like a +1. If I'm wearing no armor, I get my whole max. If I'm wearing a chain vest, it's a max of like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but then that kind of like, I feel like it's gonna get pretty quickly. You're gonna reach a point where the max and the armor value are the same, and then there's no point to having the armor. Like that seems ridiculous. Why?
There is a point of having the armor, because then at that point you can give us high quality armor that gives a DR. Like if the guy against me's got a sword and I'm wearing chainmail, he's gonna have a problem damaging me. But if he's got a mace, he's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah, but then that gets really like nitpicky and specifics. So I don't know if I want to go that route. What I may end up doing is doing like a half of your Constitution goes into armor. That way, you'll get a bonus. It just won't be ridiculously high.
But then right now we're fucked because none of us have armor.
Right. So,
I do.
But it doesn't matter because what you're losing total is like 1 point or 2 points, which is significant, but it's not going to kill you. Most of you don't have armor, and it will promote getting armor, which is something that I feel like everybody here is just like, oh, I'm just not going to wear armor, and hopefully I get lucky or I roll high, but I feel like armor is kind of important, in every other D&D campaign it's really important.
I've looked for armor, but every time that I've, like, the one time you said there was armor and gave me the price, I'm just sitting there looking in my hands like, I'm broke, okay.
Alright, so I just did a quick number crunch, and in 3.5, if you're a barbarian and you roll max every time for 9 levels with max constitution of 18, You have 144 HP at level 9.
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
Yeah.
You took the right one. He also has a 24 constitution, and he got that
Yeah.
at level 5.
Yeah.
So he's got
Yeah.
massive HP. He's got I
Yeah.
think 154 or 155.
All
Yeah,
right.
so-
Now think about can you do the same thing for a non-super HP focused?
So something like a wizard, which only gets D4.
Right.
But a wizard has the best spells and can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So
It's
that
fine.
would be
Just-
like
just to get an idea of how it goes.
Okay, so theirs is a D4. Let's say he's got a con of like 14, so that's a +2. If he maxes, that's 6 per level. So level 6 times 9 is 36.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
So
Wait, no,
46.
there's no +10. Where are you
10.
getting the +10?
You start at base. Your base would be 6 if you had a +2.
Oh, your base is 6. Okay.
Yes. So he has 36 health.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also remember that he also has
No, I know they have
Yeah.
other stuff. I'm not.
Yeah.
mid-range. So let's say monk or rogue, which is a D6. No, monk's D8. But
Monk's
yeah,
D8.
for a monk,
there.
D8 plus 2, going with the base just 2. That would be 10 per level, so 90.
Yeah.
All right. So then I guess it's not too overpowered. All right.
That's
And
kind.
yeah.
Personally, that's kind of where I see my character is kind of like a monk, except for instead of physical power, I'm using magic. So kind of a magic version of a monk.
Then I'm looking at myself as an
wizard.
old wizard guy that is like 300 years old.
Yeah.
Except for you're not 300 years old.
Except me.
As far as we
Well,
know.
I'm just 100.
Seriously, you're 100 years old?
Yeah, and my race can be 1,200 years old,
Oh, okay.
and we don't
So
look
technically, you're like 10 compared to a human.
old. Yeah, exactly.
Not even. That's like 8.
Yeah.
For-
All right. So we talked about armor. We talked about HP. So I feel like I'm probably going to implement that half Constitution value for armor class.
Armor.
So that's likely going to happen. I feel like that's pretty specific. I like that. One thing that I do want to move away from is that point, like 1 point per level, and then what I was thinking of was for like giving numerous points and then having you purchase every skill at that point value. So like to raise a skill to level 4, you'd have to invest 4 of your points into it. And so say for levels 1 through 4, 1 through 5, you get 4 points every time you level up. Then 5 to 10, you get maybe 6, and then so on and so forth. And that way, not every level you get something, but you can get multiple things per level, like if you save your points and stuff like that.
Exactly. I was just thinking that could be kind of OP because let's say you spent all your points at level 2 just to up something so you wouldn't die. From levels 3 to 4 or 3 to 5, you could just survive and save your points till level 5 and then just spend everything at once and make one thing just overpowered.
Yeah, but that's fine because you're sacrificing everything else. And likewise, you can spend it very evenly, and everything
Yeah.
will be relatively cheap, but you're never really that great at one thing.
Yeah.
See, personally, that's the thing. Like, my character, if I'm putting all my points into one thing as we progressively go, compared to the guy who's put all of his saved all his points and then put them all in one thing, are we still the same power ratio, or is somehow he stronger?
Well, in specific instances, he's going to be stronger because he excels at one thing more, but in general, you're going to be stronger at everything else.
No, I'm saying, like, let's say as we're leveling, I keep putting my points into, like, wind magic.
Constitution. Alright.
And Nick saves all his points up, and then we get to, like, level 5. He puts all of his points into fire, and I've still got all of my points into wind. Is he going to be more powerful?
No, you still get the same amount of points per level. So
Yes.
so here's how it
what's
works.
the difference then now?
Because now you get 1 point, and you're every time you level up, you get something up. Like and when you go to level 4, you get 1 point, and you can spend it how you want. You level up to 5, you get 1 point, you spend it however you want. In this system, like let's say you have.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm getting at.
What it means is
How many-
when I'm level 3, I get max of 3 in fire, and I already have more than that since I have 2 general magic knowledge. And then if I wait until the level I can put more than 3, then I just like put like 3 points into it when I'm that level. And then I'm suddenly like rolling 6 plus 2. So that's like 8 plus 8 on my fire magic. Then I should be much stronger.
That's no real difference than now. It's from what I'm seeing.
No,
Like,
here's the. I didn't explain myself properly. Let me explain it again. So, here's how it would work. In order for you to go from rank 0 to rank 1, it would cost you 1 point. In order to go from rank 1 to rank 2, it'll cost you 2 points. In order to go from rank 5 to rank 6, it'll cost you 6 points.
and how many points do you get per level?
Okay, so that's the thing. I would make it so that there's intervals. So between level 1 and 5, you get 3 points every time you level up. So on average, you can have things up to level 3, but if you spend smart and you hold your points and you invest, you can get them higher. But it's going to be difficult.
So at level 1, I can have something at 2. At level 3, at level 2, I can take it to level 3. At level
I would give you. You'd start off like at level 1. You'd start off with a couple more than just 3. Maybe you'd start off with 7 or something, and then you add 3 every time you level up until you get to level 5. And then once you go to level 6, you would get say 5 points instead of your usual 3. And now things you can start going that way. But quickly, what will happen is your main stat. You won't have enough points every time you level up to level up your main stat, and so it'll encourage you to either hold your points, and you kind of have to wait 2 levels in order to get that main stat up, or it'll encourage you to put those points into other things that aren't as.
If you were going to do that way, you would have to get rid of the constraint that we actually have to do that stuff in the game.
No, I would. If anything, I'd get rid of the constraint that you can't go higher than your level. Like right now, you can't have a stat higher than 4 because you're level 4. But I would get rid of that. That way you can spend your points how you want.
But then you'd still have to learn the magic. For
Oh
at
yeah,
least...
yeah. You'd still have to learn the magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about learning magic.
So,
Can we just go in detail on how that works? Because it doesn't
so
make any sense.
you're
to
not
me.
you're not just gonna randomly learn something. Like if I told you become a karate expert, you're not gonna go outside and start becoming a karate expert because
Yeah,
it's
but
not,
a
that's not
guy
how it
with
works.
1 point's not a karate expert.
Right? No, of course not. The guy with
So
1 point
why
isn't,
could-
but he knows enough to teach you, and then you can progress from there. Like basically,
He
it's
can
like
teach
this.
you the basics.
Yeah, he could teach you the basics, and once you have the basics, you can improve on those basics until you get to a point where, stuff happens. Hold on, because now I gotta fix the video cameras. We're gonna take a quick break, everybody, and we'll be right back.
Hi, Dryden. We're